Gonna start out with Beadsy. Cool Ranch. That's a great name for a chef. I love hearing that. Adriwin, I Blue Boss, and SCA Lover. I'm kind of vibing with that one. Who doesn't love SCA as an artist? So, I mean, this is fantastic work for me, and I'm interested to see how this team is going to go up against the Southern New Hampshire University Pearl Squad. This is
I interpreted that as Zaw Lover, as in somebody who just likes pizza. Like that is exactly how I interpreted that name. I just wanted to throw that out there before we look at New Hampshire's roster.
Oh, I mean, I'm gonna have to give you pop culture lessons when I
probably yeah, no doubt.
We'll take a look at SNHU now.
What can I say?
Their lineup: Fives, Crim Run, Dino Tank, Dwums, and One Trick. Dwums.
As a long time Dwummer.
Yep.
I'm a big fan of that name as well. Goes back to the metalhead thing I was just talking about, right? But honestly, I mean, SNHU, coming in 5-2. I mean, they're also back with a 3-0 win, and I mean, we'll see if that momentum can hold here. Everything is going to be focused around the tank. I mean, that's any fans of this stream will know that is this comp. Where do you put Dino Tank, Grim Run, and Fives to have a safe place to set up a dive before you're able to initiate? I think they'll be looking for Beadsy. It's got to be your target if you're Southern New Hampshire. Don't allow Beadsy on this Ash to get early value and find an early pick. Ball's going in and overextends right out of the gate. Injury 1 win finds themselves the first casualty here in this matchup.
Yeah, and that's what I was actually looking at was Carleton's the kind of the aerial dive, because they were kind of showing us the Farah there for a second. I wouldn't hate that necessarily, because you get disruption with concussion blast, and then you've got the pile drive going in the back. So now look at this. BZ has already forsaken the Ash and is over to the Cassidy. So grenades are going to be high importance here for Carleton. They got punched in the mouth in this first engagement.
It was a good meta choice here from Southern New Hampshire to come out with the dive. They did find an important target in the Wrecking Ball, of all things. Forcing that swap. BZ in the thick of things. Fives takes him down. We do have a trade for SNHU's Lucio, but everybody's so high mobility, they're not relying on that speed to engage or disengage. Therefore, Dino Tank stays thick in this fight. Fives is low, has to translocate out, picks up some health. Meanwhile, Crimrun's able to find one. Dino Tank goes back into the engagement, forces out a fade. Now attention turned onto the Genji, who has 1 health. Oh, Dino Tank takes him down with the alt fire.
Oh, you love it. You were telling me that I had to bind my alt fire because I didn't have it bound to Winston's new kit.
So important.
Best thing that ever happened to me. Best thing that Dino Tank have had. Now they've got Pulse Bomb and the oh my goodness, and the
almost got 2 with that. I Blue Boss managed to fade at the last moment. Still, the coalescence will not be enough to turn this around. Carleton Ravers did manage to find the objective through all of this, so they're building percentage through a losing fight. Not all bad. This could be 65-0 right now. Otherwise,
I'm not sure how they got that, how they got the flip, but hey, I mean, it's great for them. By the way, Genji there died to a hack. So if you didn't see the feed there,
is that what they were talking about in chat? I missed that.
Yeah, that's what they were talking about in chat. You've got a support, you've got a sound barrier as well. So I mean, you've got lots to it here.
Oh, Fives goes down just as the EMP comes online for reals. The Dino Tank is able to fight too, including the Moira in the back. So stay notably lacking here. Solover is on the Mercy now to try to support this pharmacy, but it seems like SNHU are content to just take down everybody else. They do lose 1, but Dino Tank takes to the skies to just buzz down Zoliver with that taser, the Tesla cannon. Saw a Farah decides to go for the ground targets instead, keep them in bay. Farah is low in the back. Cool Ranch is deep in enemy territory, and One Trick is going to find that kill. Adrian Win moving in to try to support them, but low on health, and the Primal's been popped from Dino Tank. SNHU are not going anywhere.
Nope, it should be getting us into final fight territory here. Crim Run over to the Echo. I like this to kind of deal with the Farah in the sky, better mobility. Better kit to do with these aerial duels, so they're also going to be able to focus down this Mercy a lot easier.
Ooh, Mercy's low, Mercy's down. The focus and beam following the stickies. We got everyone win. I don't think I've seen a minefield yet. Now the EP is out. That is one poor hamster forced to just crab walk around and wait for their inevitable trip right back to spawn. It is your 5-2 underdog. Southern New Hampshire will grab our first sub-map.
Oh, I mean, let's talk for a minute about what we just saw there. We were talking about if they were feeling spicy to bring out the Winston. Works to perfection. Dino Tank must be absolutely over the moon being able to play Mounchie here. And I mean, getting so much done there. There's a sniper shot. And that's a beautiful stick from Crimron. I mean, great fade from Blue Boss getting out, but still. I mean, this is focus fire 101. SNHU are absolutely owning it.
I mean, they won every team fight. Carleton just managed to sneak the point out from underneath them during a losing fight. Otherwise, that would have been a clean 100-0. Southern New Hampshire never lost an engagement. Entry 1 win was the first to die there on Well as we move to Ruins. Looking for the Wrecking Ball to have a little bit better time, especially since they're not going up against a Sombra. It should be a little bit easier here for Entry 1 win.
I would expect a change if they get taken out early in this early mid-fight for the point. I think that you see them switch off of this, go back to a Sombra look. Or, maybe something a little bit more punch-heavy. We'll see if they can actually turn that around. The big thing for me, though, is Beadsy is on this Reaper. That's going to be a lot of chunk down here onto the Arista. They're going to have to really keep Dino Tank up.
So far, SNHU have done a good job of it. It was good cover from 5, sitting on the high ground, kind of denying the speed rush in from Carleton. Lucio has just been escorting the Reaper around. Everyone wins and finds first blood, doubles down on that as a matter of fact. Carleton have control, and now a 5v3 in this fight. They're hunting down the Orisa. Dino Tank barely survives that. Still, the pursuit is in chase. Oh, they finally give up on it.
But, I mean, there's a lot of bullet percentage that was gained there from SNHU. I don't know if the Sojourns deal with a Reaper unless they, find the range with the charged rail shot. Also, they need to be looking for Blue Boss, wait for the fade and see if they can capitalize on the back of it.
Spirit will land onto the Reaper initially. Cool Ranch goes down just as that pulse pump comes online. Unfortunate turn. Grimrun needs to pop that duplicate. Doesn't. Oh, no. Speaking of mistakes, one good mistake deserves another. It's a 4v4 on this point. Dino Tank with the Orisa. 5 more on the back, and sustain is now lacking here for Carleton. Sound barrier used from SNHU just to further pursue the advantage they had. Mines out from the other side, but that Mines needs to kill everyone if it's going to find the value. Oh, unless Cool Ranch is able to pull this back. That's 2 under their belt, and the rest of SNHU has to dance around these mines. Adrian Wynn is going to find one trick. Grimrun goes into the U to hunt down Coal Ranch. Adrian Wynn just gets speared off from finding Grimrun. They're able to pop their duplicate just for the nick of time. Terror Surge on the point, gets nothing. Adrian Wynn pile drives in onto the Orisa, rolls back, and now BT is here in return. That's going to force Dino Tank back off the point. They use their Javelin Spin to do so. Nothing to protect against the Death Blossom. It's a good boop to keep BT at range. Grimrun will find that final blow. Carleton Ravens are close to their 100 point needed, but SNHU with a kill on the BT have the advantage, but they lose clubs. That is not good. Now Sawslover gets 2 with this Sound Bearer, moving back in, trying to hunt down Dino Tank. Decides to run past the tank, hunts down Grimrun instead. 5's on the outside, still has an overclock. Something's got to be done from SNHU if they're going to pull this back.
I mean, there's no way to sort of like, well, when I say that, 5's are starting to light it up here, and they're looking for double kill. There it is.
Oh, but Adrian Wynn's going to find them in the back. Now, it looks like we have a lot more red jerseys here on this point. You still have BT. Nope, never mind. You still have Sawlover left here on the Lucio holding down the fort. Adrian Wynn has returned with yet another set of mines, Billy.
I mean, this is absolutely crucial for them to try and turn this around. They find the Mega, but they don't find the touch. Oh, no. Spaghetti on the floor. That is, in fact, a Charlie Niner.
I'm going to stop you right there. I don't. No.
Yeah,
they were dancing with the Echo and the Lucio, trying to just toe that line because the Echo had no health, had to get out of there. Otherwise, the Echo was just going to die on point. It was not just neglected the objective. I'm going to stop you there. I don't feel that was a Charlie Niner. I think that was just good play from Carleton to hold down that one.
Meh. We'll agree to disagree on that because I think that you stay touching the point until the rest of the cavalry arrive, and deal with what you can. But then you're just dead, and the time just runs out anyway, right? So at least you're on the point. just how I feel.
I think going back over to the Winston here, headed into this third sub map.
Go back to the Sombra.
I'll drive in. Yeah. Crimlin sticking with the Echo here. I mean, there's no far on the other side, and that was what made Crimlin make the swap in the first place. They just had a little extra high ground to work with here. Nice little engagement here from AW2 win in the start. Getting some good ult charge, putting a lot of pressure down. A lot of cool range. Coming in to find that final blow on the fives. First blood going over to Carleton Ravens.
Yep, I think that the Sombra look was much better from them. They're gonna give up first capture percentage here to Carleton here. And I mean, Crimlin, halfway to a duplicate already. Yeah, that's good. But I mean, you've got to get the focus down. You've got to go back to what 1U.1 or submap 1, and that's the ability to focus fire down.
And I think they're looking for the Moira here. The Moira had fade in that last engagement. And unfortunately, Dino Tank is just forced to the outside too much. That was a nice move. It hit Dino Tank right as they hit the jump. That could have sent them off the side.
Pulse bomb early here for Carleton Ravens. Also, these coalescence up there. There's so much work being done here by Ibu Boss. Like I said, it's just a compositional difference right now. They've gone away from what was really working on well, and now they're trying to focus out targets where they don't have the ability to kind of disrupt and stop the disengage.
Surrender to my will.
Gonna be a coalescence from Ibu Boss just to make life even more difficult here for SNHU. Age gets 2 off the side. Both supports find themselves taking a swim. It's not spring break, y'all. We're back from that. We're supposed to be done swimming. It's time to get back to work, SNHU.
I mean, the duplicate was onto the tracer, so you had 2 tracers on the field. You got 1 pulse bomb out, nothing doing with that. And Crimrun got up to their pulse bomb, missed with that as well. So this is where you need to switch here. You're at 70%. You have time, but I mean, you're just going to stick with it.
We have 2 support ults to work with, so SNHU try to make the most out of that, but Dwubs is in a lot of trouble. Doesn't even get the sound barrier off. Finds himself isolated, trying to do too much. And now it is a 2-player advantage being pursued here by AW2 win, and the rest of Carleton, they're going to find that exit pick on a 1 trick as well.
And yeah, and then they also stopped the Kitsune Rush from coming out. So they're going to have to get a touch. There's a Primal onto the point.
At least the sound barrier is there. It's onto a primaling Dino Tank. Helps him out a little bit, and still they're going to fall in the end. Overwhelming pressure. All eyes were pointed at the monkey. And that is just a poor Winston experience. Nothing but squishies left here. A desperate attempt from SNHU to try to keep this first map going. Carleton Ravens are doing a great job of isolating targets, of focus and fire one by one. Carleton deal with the threats. They stand tall, hold on here through Ilios after dropping the first sub-map. They turn around.
Heading to somewhere that I've been in real life. We're headed to Monte Carlo or Monaco and Circuit Royale. Well, we might get a chance to see Sigma after all, Jeff.
I mean, if precedent isn't anything, then absolutely. This is probably Sigma's best map if you're just looking at that in a vacuum. Unfortunately, Overwatch is far more complicated than that. So we have to take things like meta and who the opponents are into consideration. But traditionally, yeah, this is definitely Sigma's best map.
Oh, maybe we'll get a chance to see some snipers too. I would love to see that. But you know what? I'm going to refer back to what I saw yesterday. This is where Genji came out and was able to use not only the mobility of Genji, but also the wall climb to escape danger and pull fire away or resources, depending on if it's a support or not. And just being that nuisance factor, just like Tracer is. I think Genji and Tracer, to me, live in a separate subset of the DPS role, is what I call the mosquitoes.
They're flankers. I mean, you definitely have flanker heroes.
Yeah, and I think that these two definitely embody that.
For sure. For sure. Yeah, and Sombra falls into that category as well. Depending on the playstyle, you do get a little bit of Sombra 76, kind of depending on playstyle. So those flanker characters, I mean, Genji tends to be a little bit more forward, back, and vertical, where Tracer can just live in a backline, like doesn't need LOS really from their own team at all. I think Genji needs a little bit more support from their own team, but there's a lot of high ground here, so this is definitely a good place for Genji to work if you're trying to, especially going up the chicane, trying to attack point B. I think we could definitely see a Genji work here.
Oh yeah,
Sigma's right out of the gate though, so at least we got that one right.
I mean, we've almost got the standard coming out from SNHU. They have time. BZ showing us the Ash again. Did not find a lot of value last time with that, but I think with a different composition here, I think we're going to have a different result.
Absolutely.
Blue Boss seems to be a power healer, so bringing the Baptiste here for them, absolutely right call. I love that. We'll see how good Cool Ranch's aim is, because play the difference between Tracer and Hanzo, two completely different skill sets
in every possible way. BZ, I'm keeping a sharp eye on BZ. BZ came out on an Ashe originally. That tells me that BZ is very confident on this hero. Only swapped because they're playing against dive, and Ashe is very vulnerable to dive, but don't have to worry about that here. BG could be a difference maker and want to take it down. SNHU want to make their way down this point A street.
Well, all we need to do is see some heads being hit here. I mean, that'll prove the instant value of the Widowmaker.
Looking for it, trying to play around that shield. Carleton was doing a good job of knowing exactly where their shield placement was and who needed it. Very smart play by Adri, 1 win. Boy, but surely SNHU are creeping up the street. They've managed to get the cart to this corner, and it does look like Carleton... Oh, they're deciding. They're trying to decide, do they want to back up yet? They finally make the decision to go ahead and fall back to the next corner. Carleton gained some space and gained this bridge.
And it's on the back of Crimrun right now, landing some shots with the sniper rifle. But Fives needs to be the one that can kind of open this up.
Plums did good to avoid disaster there. Losing your back would have been bad. Losing Fives is not good either. Cool Ranch with back-to-back kills. Finally cracking open Circuit Royale. And defense not going anywhere. They regained all the map.
Yep, and I mean, this is going to be just another slow war of attrition again, Jeff. We need to see Fives or Crimrun get something out there, or Dino Tank, to kind of, you know, put the gas pedal down a little bit and try and see if you can displace Adrian once again. But I mean, they're going to be running into a window here. This is going to be easy holding here, especially with how Cool Ranch has been hitting shots.
New Hampshire need to be very careful. They're able to take the space away really good, but now here comes that amplification matrix. Well, SNHU Pearl are just kind of clumped up on this corner. They scramble back into the room. Adrian Woman gave pursuit, but didn't like what they saw in there. You see, he used that kinetic grass to escape. Got a lot of shields to work with, but is playing conservative on this corner. Doesn't want to give any free picks over to Southern New Hampshire just yet. Give me a kinetic grass to start things off. Stunned out of it. Will not get the slam down. And one trick falls before being able to pull out this Transcendence. Carleton are in the driver's seat.
I guess the saving grace here is that they did get the Bob out. So there is some good that's come of this.
BT missed that dynamite. Fives is thinking they're lucky stars on that one. They were hiding in a corner with no health. Ate that one, but that's just a little extra ult percentage. Dragons are going to get thrown out here immediately. Try to split SNHU in half. We'll get the immortality field out as well. Dino Tank needs to be careful as they were divided from the rest of the team, able to fall back as soon as those dragons fade. And now it's entry 1 way, and with a kinetic grasp being launched, and Fives is caught in it. Transcendence there for one trick. Everybody getting topped up, and even with a Discord on him, Fives is able to back up and safely return fire here with this overclock. Has Cool Ranch caught on the outside. That's 2 quick picks here for SNHU, and they finally get some ground here on Circuit Royale.
Oh man, it took a lot. It took a lot, but I mean, you know, persistence pays off with 45 seconds left on the clock here. They're going to get a chance to get around this chicane, but it's all about taking space right now. They cannot wait.
Oh, the Transcendence is late. They wanted to keep Adrian Win alive with that. It was a big commitment. That was a big gamble. It does not pay off for Carleton.
Not only does it
this
not
could be
pay
real
off,
bad, Billy.
This is going to be really bad. Not only does it not pay off, this is going to be horrible. Crimron's going to have another infra site ready to go coming into this next fight. There's Cool Ranch going over to the Genji, and BZ's bringing out their own Widowmaker.
Yeah, that is a point-winning kill right there. If you don't kill Dwums, then SNHU has a chance to hold you into Hotel and completely stuff Carleton into spawn. But that one pick just opens up this map here for the defense. Not to mention that pretty little pick on a Crim run as well. Nicely done. Clean as you like. Ant Matrix now up. SNHU are trying to fight this, but they're not investing. They're just seeing if they can get an exit pick or a trade. Not happening.
Yep, I mean, that's how it runs. And, well, now they're going to have a Genji to worry about. and that means deflect. That means dash resets if a kill comes through. Yeah, this is starting to turn a little bit bad for them. And well, that pick on the tank, while bad, is not necessarily the end of the world because Genji will get back nice and fast. I like the fact that they have switched over to this Brigitte to deal with that Genji coming in on their back line.
That's exactly the answer from One Trick against Cool Ranch. There we go. Andrew 1 win back in this fight. I mean, before SNHU can even really make it up the hill. Look at that. Mines are now out over the objective. It's going to force the supports to scramble backwards. Dino can pop the gravitic flux through this, but because of those mines, SNHU are not able to follow up on that. They're not able to get any of the final blows on the back, and now BT has line of sight down this long haul. Already found one. Can they get fives as well? Fives is super close to an overclock. Cannot afford to die. A lot of pressure onto the back line. Crimrun forced out of the little hidey hole and then popped by Beadsy. Fives holds on to the overclock. 70 seconds left.
I mean, this is a stalling 101 coming from Carleton. The blade is going to be the big kicker here as we are under 1 minute now. I mean, you've got an immortality barrier. That's about it. You've got one shield bash and a flail to keep the Genji at bay. Fives needs to step up big time, and Crimrun needs to watch their lines of sight because Beadsy has a beat on them.
This could be the most important whip flail of One Trick's career. You can boop Cool Ranch away and not allow them to get a dash reset. You can completely shut down the blade. One dash reset and Cool Ranch could just end this map. 96, looking to get the finals with that ultimate, but took a lot of damage. That didn't quite go as Cool Ranch wanted, but the rally is already out here from One Trick. SNHU are trying to push forth on the back net, and Fives runs right into a bullet from BC. Now Cool Ranch has the blade online, dashes in, pulls out the katana. You got One Trick backing up, cannot get the whip flail. Cool Ranch is starting to run through all of your squishies. Tries to go get into the thick of it. One Trick is down sub 50 health, taken down by Cool Ranch. Now Cool Ranch turns attention to the 2 DPS in the back. Less than a second to go. Overtime is initiated and Cool Ranch falls. But who's on this point? It's just Fives alone. This is as far as Southern New Hampshire is going to get.
Oh my word. I mean, it was a dogfight just to get around the corner and get the first point. And then we had the investment of SCA Lover. You know, we thought that was going to completely change the tenor of this push coming from SNHU. But then it was the switch from BZ going over to the Widowmaker, taking Dwums out and completely stalling SNHU out, and there was nothing to be done after that.
Yeah, BZ didn't get as much done as I anticipated on the Ash, but like you mentioned, that swap, those shots were clean. Holy cow, that kill on the drums. That was a nice little play from Cool Ranch that forced Crimrun to jump out from their cover, and then Beadsy is right there to take advantage, finds the shot immediately. I mean, great little 1-2 punch and good synergy from Cool Ranch and Beadsy as well, working together, working in tandem with the Genji and the Widowmaker.
I mean, this is some clinical stuff that's come from Carleton. Now you can see why they are undefeated and only dropped one map the entirety of the semester. SNHU, though, I mean, they're not playing horribly. I just think that the adaptation, the on-the-spot adaptation that's coming through from Carleton Ravens is superior.
Wait. I'm sorry to interrupt. Look at the top left of your screen. Keep an eye over the rooftop. Observer, go up. They're gonna Life Weaver pull over the rooftop. I'm almost positive. Yes. Keep an eye up here. Watch the Reinhardt.
Oh my God, no shots.
Yeah, I have a feeling this. They're probably gonna mess it up. Let's see if they can do it. The goal is to propel the Life Weaver up and then pull the Reinhardt over.
Where's
the Life Weaver?
This is Overwatch at its finest.
Here we go. Here they go. Oh, he messed it up. Our producer was right. Only Cool Ranch made it over, and now they're there by themselves. SNHU standing around going, "Where's the team?"
You'll love to see it. But they did give up a lot of space there in the interim. So while it failed miserably and horribly, they still get a lot of space in return.
Oh my goodness, the God voice in our ears completely predicted that, by the way. Big pin in and pull right back out there for the Reinhardt. Ryan is so tough. You don't have your reflect projectiles in this, all right? We're not on the April Fool's patch. I know Ryan is a blast to play on the April Fool's patch, but this is live, y'all.
That's going to be death. Death should be incoming for a
They're
lot of
making it work.
YOLO!
No, it's the beautiful coordination with Cool Ranch that is allowing this to work. And then you have Beatsy as a threat with the Bastion, so it keeps H1 Win safe as they're in there just swinging. And it feels like the Ryan should be vulnerable, but no, that is just a big bait.
I mean, that's still a YOLO charge. I don't care what you say, Jeff.
Yeah.
You know me. I YOLO all the time with Reinhardt. Still, I mean, the support's there. Exactly what they need. SCA is a genius right now.
Yeah, Blue Boss is pushing cart. You've got a 4v5 up here with just SCA Lover as the healing required. Wheels down there for BT. They have the artillery strike. Yeah, this is almost done. We got a Lifeweaver tree up at the door. SNHU can't even get out of their spawn. They're running into a Bastion. The Soldier made out 5s! Looking for the contest, gets there, but dies to Blue Boss right as they touch. Carleton Raven take map 2. Now sitting on match point. One map.
To Suravasa, your mind's favorite flashpoint. It's so gorgeous here. It's your backdrop.
It's a pretty map.
And, well, this is going to be a fantastic time for him. We do have a substitution coming in, though. Adrian Win is gone. Beady Glow is coming into the tank role. So this should be fun. I mean, are they trying to get some more experience out there for their other players? Is this a little bit
off of that and experiment with that and deviate? But I still think Orisa is your baseline meta tank at the moment. Who do you think SNHU are trying to attack here? Who do you pounce on with a dive comp in this?
I mean, you're either looking for the Sojourn or you're looking for the Lucio. You're looking for the disengage, or you're looking for the one-shot potential.
Neither of those sound like fun targets to try to dive on. Looks like 5s and Crim Runner on the outside looking for, I believe that was BZ. They got found out and kind of just ran off. Carleton get to move on to this objective and start first cap for free.
I mean, hack on to Cool Ranch, not really anything doing on the back of that. So, I mean, you know, you can get all the mana hacks you want in the world, but if the sustain is there and if the focus isn't there, then, I mean, you're kind of, you know, just hacking to hack.
Yeah, you're just getting a little serotonin from hearing the noise. All right, our BT does look like the target indeed. BT is going to slide out, but not before taking a good amount of damage. Pursuit is in, and BT falls. One Trico gets hunted out while this is happening, so SNHU need to finish this fight quickly. Good pounce onto Blue Boss. It's a good turn. Now all attention is turned on to, well, Full Ranch and BD Low are the one turning the attention around as BD Glow initiates this comeback, and Cool Ranch finishes him off.
60 health and a dream, and they end up taking Dino Tank down. I mean, that is some massive support coming from Blue Boss and SCA. This time, SCA is like the heal bot here for Carleton Ravens Red, saving the amp or the healing instead of the disengage, and just using normal speed out. So, I mean, they're going to give it first flashpoint here. So, market gone to Carleton Ravens Red. They only need 2 more flashpoints to book their spot into the finals. But SNHU had just been visited by the RNG gods, and they're going to have a pulse bomb on deck.
One Trick doesn't die in that previous fight. SNHU win that. Huge pick from Cool Ranch early in that engagement. Looking for One Trick to stay alive here. They're already, so look how far out they are. One Trick does manage to swift step back, but they had to use all their cooldowns to do it. There's no Suzu in this fight, and here's ultimates coming online for Carleton as they move on to the point. Chasing SNHU all the way around the outside. It's a bit of ring around the pointy here. Coalescence just escorting BD Glow forward with all the heals they can possibly want to spear down Dino Tank.
My word, that is an impressive pursuit. SCA just says, you know what? We're just going to amp speed. We're just going to keep it on speed. Blue Boss, you got the Coalescence. You got the heals. A little bit of a dance here from Genji. Having a little fun. They've got Blade online. Terra Surge into a Blade. Oh, no. This could be dangerous.
I think Cool Ranch decided to go the long way around. No, okay. They did stop. That long pursuit might have put him out of the fight, but
oh my God,
they end up just getting stuck back here. Easy pickings for Cool Ranch on this Genji.
You got out. You got out, but just at what cost? I mean, that's only one ultimate. So, I mean, the past 2 fights, Jeff, one on a singular ultimate. That is economy at its finest. But now you're going into 4 from SNHU. This has to be the fight where they can flip it.
Sound barrier for sound barrier. I think the pulse needs to be huge and the timing on the rush needs to be perfect. One of those things have got to get huge value. Or catch BC out of position. Sound barrier now in to counter the rush from SNHU Pearl. Dwums goes down before they're able to unleash the sounds of healing in their own right. But Crimrun is here despite the lack of sound barrier to punish. Oh, Rico right into the terror surge. Woo, the timing on that was delicate. BD Glow falls just before Crimrun finds themselves the victim of that. SNHU win their first fight of the map.
On the back of one ultimate. So, I mean, once again, very economic fight for SNHU. That's exactly what they needed. Now they're going to have tools here to kind of hold the point. They're going to have both DPS ultimates. So, I mean, you look for an early pick here. Crimrun, get a little bit daring here with your Pulse Bomb. Force the Suzu out. Let, Fives come in on the back of it. And light them up with the overclock. I mean, there's a lot to play with here. And then you've got Dinotank that can reset the health pool.
Those DPS are so low. Yeah, the supports are trying to keep Fives alive while Crimrun was still pursuing. A little bit of a disconnect here from the DPS of SNHU, and it might cost them. 4v4 thanks to that trade out from one. Trick overclock from the outside from Fives. Looking for a target, finds a half-low Beadsy. Now 2 headshots onto the Ariza. Sound barrier in from SNHU should propel them to victory. We have seen Carleton claw back from a deficit before. Blue Boss pops a Coalescence to try to make it happen this time. Pursued onto the SZA Lover on the outside, and they will eventually pick up that kill. But you still have an Orisa and a Moira hanging out on this point. 91%, we're going to a 99-99 fight for SNHU to try to keep their hopes alive in this series. Fives is able to get one. Turns attention on to Cool Ranch, has to back away. Deflect used. Ooh, one trick is back behind the whole team. Teleports in. Fives slides through. Fives with no health. BD Glow right in their face is going to punch him down. Finally, Dinotank returns, and everybody finds a little bit of revenge, taking down not only BD Glow, but SEA Lover as well. SNHU, hang on.
By the skin of their teeth. I mean, that pick that came in directly onto one trick, I thought they were out of it, but Dwums really did hold the line there. And I mean, some beautiful work there from Crimrun, pulling out resources with that Pulse Bomb. That's a huge stagger pick there. This should set up SNHU very firmly as they go work towards, I believe we're heading towards Garden.
Yeah, Carleton have got the RNG on their side on this one, though. So SNHU need to act fast in the small window where Blue Boss is not in the fight. There's a notable lack of sustain. Yep, Blue Boss has returned. That window is shut.
Yep, I mean, the RNG is just too good for them this time. That's unlucky because that's a great opening pick and kind of stagger. And they're running in a Terror Surge there. Nothing to defend against it other than a Suzu.
SNHU made a big rotation to come in behind Carleton. May have outfought themselves a little bit on that one. 5v5 on this point. Oh, but all focus on the Dinotank. They were so close to that Primal. Now the blade here. Cool Red with the Katana finds Dwums up in a corner. Cuts the Lucio down. Woo! Nice little dash through the window, but can't escape. The shot of Beadsy.
Beadsy has gone back to the Reaper BT dubs. And will be chunking down poor Dinotank. They will have the reset, though, with the Primal coming up here. I mean, they're coming up on 5 ultimates, so I mean, SNHU, they've got the tools to take this. They've just got to be very, very judicious as they portion them out.
Maximum efficiency with the upcoming ultimates. Everyone looking to start things off through the pulse in. That one got nada. All right, ult number 2. It's Blue Boss in return here with a Coalescence. Looking to hunt down Crimrun. Whoop, blinking up top. Suzu used. Now one trick. Gets the rush out. Just a dying wish here on to this point. No one's the last chance here for SNHU. Drums is going to invest the sound barrier as well as 5 slides onto the point, trying to escape the wrath of the Orisa from BD Glow. Has SCA Lover chasing him as well. Eventually they fall. Fives will not get the overclock up in this fight. It's up to Dinotank with this Primal Rage. Trying to skirt the line, but doesn't pop the Primal in time. Carleton clean up here. They'll take their second flashpoint.
Well, I mean, I think that's a good hold there, honestly, from Dinotank, as they have taken Temple now. Or I'm sorry, they've taken Ruins. So now we are, in fact, heading towards Palace. And I want to see. I mean, BZ has this Death Blossom online. Dinotank has thrown away the Primal, is now bringing out their own Battle Cattle.
I mean, that just tells you the priority Dinotank and Southern New Hampshire are putting on making the swap. It's not worth holding on to the ultimate. Carleton have already taken the high ground, forced them down, and Dwums got caught on that little ledge. BD Glow is able to get the damage in with the Javelin Spear from the high ground. Fives pops his overclock from the outside, landed 2 on Oliver. Can't quite find the third. Here comes Beating Glow to back him up. Beating Glow is overextending quite a bit. Look at all the damage. Here comes both supports trying to back him, trying to keep him topped off, but it was just too much. Still, with the Coalescence in play, Ibu Boss is able to find one. Gets interrupted by a Javelin from Dino Tank, and One Trick finds that final blow. Southern New Hampshire still have a dog in this fight, but it is falling away, slipping between their fingers here by the moment.
Yeah, and I mean, I didn't hear the Blossom go off, so I don't know if it got interrupted or if it got stunned out. But seriously, like, they weathered the storm here, and I mean, the fact that they're still in this fight, kinda, is great news for them.
Smart rotation from SNHU, and they've managed to get themselves point presence. And now reinforcements are returning. Cavalry is here! Five's got one! Terror Surge gets another! Blue Boss is low, and under the ire of Dino Tank's Orisa, the Javelin lands! Dino Tank comes in with a vengeance on that fight.
I'm loving it. I'm loving it. That's exactly what they needed. Now they're going to get some positive percentage going up. They're going to have Sound Barrier coming in the next fight, plus a Pulse Bomb. I think the real kicker here for them is going to be Kitsune Rush. It's going to help Fives build up to an overclock. We've seen how good they are with those charged rail shots. So, I mean, you're hoping on a prayer. This is your season on the line. Can you get the extra 65% needed?
Are they clocking Cool Ranch, who is on a deep flank on the left-hand side with the katana ready to go? Here's the circle around. One Trick eats a energy spear, but is able to back up safely. Still, Beatsy now has a power position on this high ground, and Cool Ranch was found out before able to unleash the katana. SNHU are making a defensive rotation, giving up a little bit of point presence, and Carleton are looking like they're taking it back, but a Kitsune Rush from SNHU will move them back onto this point. Dino Tank is opted to shoot into the back line, and it's a good option. You find 2 squishies, but you sacrifice 5s in the process. Terror Surge comes out from BD Glow. It allows Dwubs to go down. I think that was an HA. I did not see any green shielding from that 0%. We're looking at Dwubs' ult economy right now. Still a good turn for another, and Solid is going to fall. Crim Run and Dino Tank, they will not die. Southern New Hampshire, never give up, never surrender.
Yeah, they did give up the point, though, at some point, so... You know, that should have been, if they would have stayed on the point, they would be moving on to map point number 5. We'd be going to Garden. And as it stands, they're going to have to win at least one more fight. But Terror Surge coming up for Dino Tank, that's going to be a big kicker for them.
Not where that beat did land. It just, well, it had just been whittled through by the time I saw it. Still, must have been enough because they win the fight. But now, do you have anything to do with this katana? Already 2 kills going to the favor of SNHU. And nothing! Good boop. No resets from Cool Ranch, and they get zilch out of that ultimate. We're going to a one final flashpoint to decide this map.
It's Garden, and I mean, you've got the best tank there for it with the Orisa being able to hold court there. And you've got, you've got both DPS ultimates ready to go here for SNHU. They might be getting themselves on the board here. We might be going to a magical map number 4. One Trick will have Kitsune Rush into this fight as well. So Kitsune Rush versus the Coalescence. Those are the 2 big ones I'm looking at right now, Jeff.
This is looking like a stacked war chest here for Southern New Hampshire. And they've got point presence to start. 5 and 2 underdogs have everything they need. Get themselves back into this. Coalescence to start things off. Dino Tank gonna pop that Terror Surge just to try to get BD Glow in front of a Coalescence. A bold move, a lot of trust. Kitsune Rush is in here from Southern New Hampshire. Fives with an overclock on the outside. Beadsy, oh, you took her on the wrong side of that pillar. Now Fives is able to move in, still 100 ready to go, looking for that. Ooh, gets it. It was Blue Boss in the back that I was trying to see through the mess, but guess what? Fives has him locked in. SNHU win this first fight.
Can we talk about how good One Trick was there in just that last 5 seconds? Throws Suzu down as the spin comes through, and then they also are able to swift step out of the Javelin Spear that comes through. So I mean, there's a lot that just happened there. From One Trick, now there's going to be a sound barrier advantage for SNHU. Beadsy off of the Reaper, and now on to the Cassidy.
I dealt with Crim Run. You're going to get outranged by Fives. That's not a good tool to take if you're the Cass. Still able to put some pressure, forces Fives around the corner. Grimman was on the outside, but was fighting a 1v2, had to just back out. Barrier from Dwums as they try to push forward, but SNHU Pearl just run into a meat grinder. That is BD Glow there. Fives able to hunt down Beadsy on the outside. Woo! One Trick trying to escape Cool Ranch, but Cool Ranch is able to find him. Now lands the pulse onto Dino Tank. Cool Ranch might have just delivered Carleton a dub here. Dwums is able to find their counterpart on the outside. Dwums is still alive and well and able to keep this overtime going. Ooh, decides to back on out and live to fight another day.
Another Kitsune Rush is going to be online, though, Jeff, as they approach this next fight. Another overclock as well. So, I mean, there's lots in the war chest. Once again, for this Pearl team, double support ultimate should be online. At least the Kitsune Rush from Blue Boss eschewing the Moira in favor of the Suzu.
I think it's the first time we've seen him on the curated day. Be mistaken on that. Grimma tried to come through the top, leading the charge, but that was a mistake. He just ran through the front line into a world of hurt. Oh, one trick was down to 27 health there, Billy. That was so close. Oh, they're gonna find him! That might be the map! You can't afford to lose your carry right here, and Carleton know it. They're gonna invest their Kitsune Rush on this and try to find more kills. They're getting them, Billy. They're getting them!
Yep, it's done. It's done. Try to get out. I dare you to try and come out. That's what they're saying right now. Sound barrier is going to keep you up. You can stay right there.
Oh, the Deadeye doesn't hit Dwums. Dwums is on a race to the point. Cool Range finds Criminal, and there's no touch. It's a 3-0. Carleton Ravens are moving on to your Challengers Northeast Grand Finals.
I mean, that was a damn good flashpoint map. We saw some heart come out from SNHU there.
Yeah.
Dinote had a hell of a match here.